First up on the show tonight, we had a very special guest in the studio today, Aamir Khan, along with director of Dhoom 3, Vijay Krishna Acharya. And as Aamir, of course, races to be a part of the 300 crore club, he had some very interesting advice for all the filmmakers in 2014. Trust me, you're going to want to take notes on this one.
2013 over 2014 has just begun, and we have a winner from 2013 into 2014. Aamir Khan is here, so is Victor, the director. And
welcome.
Considering he is in Dhoom 3, we all know that. Thank you so much. 250 crores. Who's going to break this record? Only Aamir Khan can do it.
I think we're just thrilled that the film has worked and people have liked it so much, and relieved more than anything else first to begin with, and just very happy.
Relieved actually, because the last time I think I met Aamir, he looked like he hadn't slept in days, literally.
You
still haven't? Okay, you're looking a lot better now. So a little bit more relieved. Why still haven't? Because obviously such great figures. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, that's good to know. But something else is still continuing from the stress.
What is that? Oh God. I'll quit. Soon.
I wonder what they're talking about.
I don't know. I mean,
what is this?
Smoke without a fire. But why still? I mean, why still this stress?
No, I will. Just give me a couple of days.
It's okay. We'll give you all the time you need.
So 300, you can reach 300. Aamir is talking about. Victor, what did you think when the numbers started coming in?
You know, I think of myself as somebody who doesn't really know numbers too well, but I'm very happy with them, of course. And it just is an index of the fact that the audience has been kind and has liked it, and it feels great. It's a feeling you can get used to.
Yeah, but Dhoom as a franchise, Aamir, when it first started, it was a film which was basically meant for actors who were struggling. And Uday Chopra and Abhishek Bachchan say this on their own. Abhishek was like, "This was my first hit way back when," and now when you come in, you are like an established star. When you come in, what happens? I mean, you would have more stress on your hand. I mean, we've already spoken about the stress, which you've clearly given.
I mean, that I have with every film, so I don't think that's unique to Dhoom 3. But well, I don't know what happens when I come into a Dhoom, because for me, at the end of the day, it's also a story in itself.
Yeah.
And it happens to be part of a big franchise, so that certainly puts the pressure not only on me but on everyone who's involved with that. I think the maximum pressure probably goes on Victor, who's written and directed it.
Yeah.
But so for me as an actor, it is the excitement of doing a role, well, two roles in this case, which
you can't say this.
So for me, it was the excitement of doing a film that you know, that connected with me emotionally. When I heard the script, I was very moved by it. The relationship of the two brothers, and essentially it's a love story of two brothers in a way.
Yeah.
So the story and the dynamic between them and their insecurities and their so I really like that, and I found that a big challenge to do, especially with technology today.
Yeah.
When you're shooting a double role, the camera actually has got a lot more freedom to move around.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be static. You can design shots which are 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, which he designed all of them.
Made full use of, yeah.
So for the actor, it gets even more difficult, because I have to perform the, one character first, and then perform the second character.
Yeah.
So the same shot I do twice.
Yeah.
And if the shot is small, it's easier for me to do. The shot is very long, cranes and trolleys and this and that. It becomes very difficult for me to remember what I've done as the other guy.
Yeah.
And I have to remember his timing while I'm doing my performance as well.
Actually, it was
and vice versa. So it was a big challenge for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed playing the double role, something that I could really bite into.
Yeah.
Actually, it was interesting because you said, the complexity of the role was really not about your stunts and things like that. It was about the emotional quotient really to the role. But you feel a lot of people who come to watch a Dhoom franchise are not really interested in the emotional quotient of things. They just want the bikes and the, the whole fun of it, really. Did you feel that people told you that a little bit as well?
I don't think so. See, I'm saying that there may be a few people who would have felt that. You have to realize that Dhoom 3 is also hoping to hold a very wide audience. We want people from different demographics. We are trying to entertain people from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, different languages. In this case, we've also gone into Andhra and Tamil Nadu with a dubbed version.
Yeah.
So we are really trying to enlarge the audience and address a huge audience and entertain all of them. different age groups, different economic backgrounds, different languages. It's not easy.
I know.
So there would be, you know, a certain percentage, no matter how much a film is loved, you would have 5-10% who feel differently. So I think that there might be therefore a few people who feel that we don't want emotions in Dhoom, but I want emotions.
Absolutely.
And I loved it.
And it's certainly doing very well. And kudos to you also for doing this without a media circus, so to speak.
Less is
of
more.
course, less is more. I
Less
mean,
is
you've it's 15 days really after, and you know, we're speaking to you now in our studio. We should be upset about that, but it's okay. We'll forgive it. But you know, it's a first in that way as well. The whole less is more. The fact that you're talking about the film 15 days on really. So. How
well,
that
I think that all of us felt that we would like the creative material of the film to speak for itself, and so we depended a lot on the trailers and the creative material, and also we felt that we would like to hold things back, not only in terms of being out there, but also in terms of even material. So we didn't give any full songs out and all of that. So what happens is that when people are wanting to see, it's like you're holding the water back, and then on 20th December you lift the gates.
Yeah, and it's a dam.
Hopefully.
You're
still hoping.
I know.
I mean, that was the idea, and that's exactly how it happened. So I'm thrilled. I'm very happy.
Which brings me to our next question, which is 4,500 screens. That's a huge amount of screens. I mean, what are you talking about? Chennai Express was around 3,500 screens.
Around 4,000.
Around 4,000.
But certainly 500 less.
Which basically means every time there is a Khan release, no one else can release their films because there are only so many other films. And if you guys happen to do like 6 films in a year, that is the best half of that year gone.
Well,
so
I do 1 in 2 years, so give me a break here.
No, clearly we'll miss you. But now Jaiho will come.
But I don't think you should, I don't think you should call it a Khan phenomena or something like that. I think when any big film comes, the number of people who want to see it probably is also larger, and the number of theatres who want to run the film is larger, and that's understandable. I don't see that it's not understandable, and I think that if a film does, let me put it this way, if we had taken 4,500 screens and not been able to fill them, then we would be wasting screens. Then it would be like, you blocked the screen, sat on them, didn't even use them. Doesn't make sense. But if there have been that many people who've come out and seen the film because of that, then you have actually reached that number of people who wanted to see the film, as it turns out.
And obviously Aamir is very much a numbers guy. He's like rattling off all these numbers left, right and center. Does it like all sort of, are you not interested in it? Because if you're not a numbers kind of guy in this business, what kind of guy are you?
First of all, I'm not a numbers guy.
You certainly sound like it.
I think
that's
a whole understanding of it. Understanding of it.
Same thing,
pretty
much,
I mean, I think that's the nature of the beast. It would be silly of me to assume that I'm in an ivory tower and I've created something and now it will go out and speak for itself. So of course you need people to come in and see. That is, you make a film for an audience and then you hope that, and you try and make it with as much love and conviction as you can, and then you hope that gets repaid in some manner. And that's, so in that sense it's been very liberating and empowering, and I'm very happy for the numbers. However, I mean, that's what I try and say, that numbers, there's, these days there's just this cacophony of numbers. I feel that if appreciation drives the film, you will get the numbers, but you will hopefully get appreciation as well. So it shouldn't be, and it's not a race really. There should be space for all kind of film. So it's you should have a Dhoom 3, and you should have really good indie films as well, and neither will cannibalize the other, long as the film is good. So that's the kind of.
That's the kind of guy you are. And also in 2014 though, it's going to be difficult because like Thapa was saying earlier, there's going to be so many really big releases, and for indie films you feel also with the elections coming up and with IPL, there's just the focus on Bollywood is also going to sort of go away a little bit, so it's only going to be the biggies who are really going to survive in that space. Do you feel, since we're talking about 2014, do you feel that is actually a problem for the smaller films?
Well, I think there are 2 things I want to say here. One is, I think that ideally we should move towards a situation where you have a parallel set of theatres which only run art house films and world cinema films.
That's a great idea,
That's how it is in the US, in most countries in the West, that's how you have it. Now, is there as big an audience for those films? No. But there is a significant audience. It may not be as big.
Yes.
And if you have a dedicated chain which only programs for world cinema and art house films, then the audience for it also knows exactly where to go, and it kind of helps to increase and enlarge that audience. These films become economically viable.
Yeah.
They're not competing with mainstream films. They're not sitting in the same space. You know, they're not in the same stadium. Ye match Brabourne mein chal rahi hai, Wankhede mein chal rahi hai. You can't have them playing in the same place. They just don't have a chance. You know. So ideally, that should be the situation.
Yeah.
If you look at 2014, however, there is a period of IPL and elections, which is a great period for small films to release, because no big films would like to clash with elections.
Absolutely.
No big film would like to clash with the IPL, and in fact, IPL elections are together almost. So that, in fact, if you ask me, my common sense tells me is a great period for smaller films to make use of this opportunity, because they need less screens in any case. They need less of an audience in any case.
Yeah. Well, those are some very, very important lessons. I think a lot of people are going to be taking notes quickly.
Amir said it.
Super
TCS versus the bike of Amir. Wins. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your words. 250 crores and counting.
And
still.
counting.
That's
Yeah.
right.
मचाले 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 मचाले